mention the most important Latin American writers before the Romanticism. One of them were Juan Ruiz de Alarcón in Mendoza. He was born in Taxco, New Spain. He graduated from the Royal University of Mexico, being a Bachelor of Arts and Dogma. Other one is Sor Juana Inés de la Cruz. He was the most important woman writer in Mexico. She was most famous and prominent from being an essayist and poet. Also, Gutierrez de Cetina was a Spain man that lived in Italy and Mexico and was famous mostly for her poem Madrigal.
Alonso de Ercilla y Zúñiga is known as an epic poet because one of his texts, the Arachneid. And at last, Bernardo de Valbuena, although he wasn't a Spanish writer, he used to live in Mexico, and one of his most representative works is the Mexico's Grandeur.
I'm going to talk about Romanticism by Esteban Echeverría, who was born in 1805 and died in 1861. Romanticism appears in Argentina in 1839, influenced by the writer Esteban Echeverría, who had lived in France from 1825 until 1830, where he met writers like Victor Hugo. With the influences he obtained in France, creates a literary group who was later closed. Considered dangerous because of his unappreciated liberal ideas, some of his writings are El Matadero, The Slaughterhouse, and La Cautiva, The Captive. Underneath there is a reflection about his poetry, which is romantic poetry is not a simple and spontaneous heart fruit, or harmonious expression of the whims of fancy, but the inner voice of conscience, the living substance of the passions, the prophetic fantasy look, the brooding spirit of philosophy, penetrating and sharing with the magic of the imagination of the mysteries of men, of creators and providence. Thank you.
So the next writer I will talk about in Romanticism is Domingo Faustino Sarmiento. He was born in San Juan, Argentina in 1811. He was against the dictatorship of Juan Manuel de Rosas. Therefore, he was banished and took refuge in Europe, a place where he could express his thoughts. One of his most important works was Facundo, Civilization and Barbarians, where he compares the life of countrysides and cities. Other compositions were My Defense, Argiopolis, and Recollection of Provincial Past.
José López Portillo Rojas was a Mexican writer who born in Guadalajara, but he traveled to Europe to teach literature. He used to write about journalism, history texts, poetry, short stories, etc. One of his important jobs was the Pursuit of Land. Also was the Precursor, the Mirror, and Quetzalcoatl. Also, he used to write about the Mexican Revolution.
Naturalism in Latin America had some features that make it unique and representative. The writing was raw and dramatic, useful to complain. Coño. Among its topics were the poets write about their people, the terrible way in which people lived, the inhuman exploitation of man and material, and the moral misery of the whole society.